everyone. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Always so happy to find you here. Welcome to any new subscribers. I'm delighted and thrilled to have you. Hope you stay for a good long while and bring a friend with you next time. I keep forgetting to promote my book. Please catch all of my books on Amazon.com. They have been reduced down in price for you. So for your convenience, you'll find them there. And in any local bookstores here if you're in the Long Beach area. Okay, so welcome back. I'm wanting to do I guess this will be part 3 on this lengthy interview between Shannon Sharpe and Ray J. And I will drop the information to that link. It's over 1 million views now. It was just posted yesterday, so that's like really a lot. It's at this point, I would say it's on pace to be close to or equal to that of Cat Williams. So it's a good interview. Watch it. I wanted to address Ray J's composure as to love relationships. Now, what came across to me very clearly as his almost reflective, almost like he had a love timeout, almost as if he had maybe a miniature night of the soul. I didn't say dark night, but just a night of the soul. He did talk about therapy. He even said to Shannon, you're my go-to guy right now, because in therapy, they just listen to me and you're talking to me, helping me talk this out. It was good to hear him. When you watch this, you will see that even before he responded, so to me, before he responded, he collected the thought before he started speaking. So that's a reflection. That's a person who's been in reflection mode. He also, many times, now this almost too many for me, but he often would take a serious question and just joke around. Like he even had a couch moment, like Tom Cruise did on Oprah. I'm like, oh no, get off the couch, where he jumped over the couch. Typically, when a person does that, they are wanting to deflect. They're wanting to deflect the serious matter, not give the answer to the serious matter, to knock down the seriousness of it and come across as comical, so that it feels easier for them to speak about it. Now, people use a lot of different methods to speak their truth. And that's what I'm talking about, my knowledge of some of the behaviors that people will exhibit in speaking a difficult truth. Some of them will shun it, some of them will laugh, some of them will deflect. And just the fact that they're doing that, to me, is hopeful that they'll at least maybe get to the point of speaking it, because some won't even get that far. I don't know why the truth is so difficult to hear, but like Cat Williams says, we are in an age of truth, and it is coming out. If truth doesn't shout at you, it doesn't yell, it doesn't say you better see me, it doesn't do anything, it just presents itself. Now, it has to sometimes keep pounding, but it just presents itself. So in this piece, Ray J mentions that he says, we're in a space of love and honesty. And I would agree. I would agree. Because things have, so these are my words, things have shifted to what was once resisted is now being allowed. And what was once allowed is either being reckoned with are being dismantled in order to correct society at large. So again, these are my observations and my words. There's a sense of resistance. There was a sense of resistance to either the hiding of it, the smothering of it, whatever game you were playing to not let it be seen or known. There is a revelation of that right now going. This is why we're seeing these massive collapsing, like what happened with Diddy, so everyone could see what happened with R. Kelly, so everyone could see what happened with Kings of Comedy, so everyone can see what happened with Wendy Williams. So it's the collapsing of that, and all of that those examples are Hollywood, but Hollywood is to me, Hollywood is the best visual illustration of humans' ways on a realm where anyone could relate, because anyone would know that celebrity well named. If I just discuss the same thing that's happening in Hollywood with the people next door or the people in that community. No one could relate to it because they don't know them. But in Hollywood, you do. If they don't know them. So having said that, so that's the backdrop. So having said that, my piece on Ray J, I see that and hear that Ray J is in a reflective Hail Mary type state that he still wants Princess Love. And even in minute 214, I believe it is, Shannon had been listening to him and he said, "You still want her, don't you?" And he did not give a revolutionary yes. He just said, "I almost like I want what's best for her." No, no, you still want her. That was a careful answer. And that's what men in particular, but this is what people do. It's almost as if I can't tell the absolute truth because it makes me too vulnerable and people will know where to attack me and I will fail and fall because of it. That's the harness. That's the harness. And that's why you don't have the person. Because the person is trying to get to your heart. And where do you put a harness? But over your heart and your head, a helmet over your head for protection, a harness over your heart to shield you. And so who can penetrate that? So in his interview, Ray J is saying that how he's learned to appreciate and how he wants the best for uh, his wife, Princess Love, and she might be dating other people and how that could feel. But the one part that really stood out to me the most is when he said, when the person no longer wants you back for a guy, that's like he said it, he said he called it mind F-U-C, mind F-U-C-K. Because for men typically don't talk about things. So it's in their own mind. And it is a psychological revolution that's taking them like that. And Ray J was saying they'd rather burn down and fire, run down, burn fire, and come with the arm back, burnt off and stuff like that. Because this is how men have been trained to become. But what is happening is that you're not getting that person back. Now here's the part that I did leave a little bit in part 2 of my video. So if you want to go check that out, I kind of spilled into that. And I kind of said, hey, if you want this, let me tell you the things that absolutely will grab the attention of any woman of interest if she has an interest for you to begin with. And that is, you never really lose her until she has released you in her mind, heart, and soul. And then you will feel it. That's where Ray J is right now. Once a woman releases you, it's very difficult to get that person back. Because for women, we have been creatures of weight, W-A-I-T, and patience and long suffering and non-abandonment. So when a guy doesn't reciprocate properly, that just begins to start waning, dropping, reducing down. And I feel like that in listening to Ray J, he is realizing that, but maybe now Princess Love is not. And maybe it's off balance. Once it gets so, what I call cedar saw off balance, that's why it's hard to get the person back. Because you were unbalanced. You had them. They were with you. You let them go. You treated them wrong. For a woman, she will stay for a very long time until it gets to the point of two things: disrespect or dishonor. That's it. Because she felt like she would have done anything for you, as in this case, she had. So I would like to make it helpful I feel I'm giving the information to men without being helpful as to how they can. You know how you can fix it? Pick up the phone, bury your soul, and stop bleeding your heart. Pick up the phone. You were causing your pain. That's why he needed therapy. You needed therapy too. You're causing your pain. Nothing's blocking you but you. You are causing your pain. She's not with you because of you. She's not together with you because of you. She doesn't want you because of you. Everything that went wrong to some degree is because of you. Now, I'm not male bashing. I'm talking about, because a lot of times women do, trust and believe, women do. I'm talking about in that situation where this was the problem with their relationship with him and why he was out there doing all that. I'm talking about that. I understand that women are very imperfect and the relationship issues that you can have is because of, but right now I'm talking about the whole P. Diddy abuse. I'm talking about dishonoring the love. I'm talking about you would never treat anybody like that. So I'm talking about the male power dynamic in the relationship between male and female, whatever yours is. That's yours, but I'm talking about specifically that because I know what often happens. Men say, well, women do things too. Yes, they do. Yes. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when a man who's been out there and he's playing around or he's wanting to settle down and he had her, but he wasn't completely with her and all this other Kevin Hart stuff, and she was pregnant and you took her, she cheated on her and all the disrespect of the love is what I'm talking about. And you want her now. And she is leaving you now that you want her. You allow the lopsidedness is what I'm saying. And the only way that I think that can be regained is a complete bearing of the soul to her. You don't want to do it in front of your boys. So how much longer you want to go out and have a drink? How much longer you want to go out and hang out? How many more women you want to just bed because you can have a million women on? None will compare to her. So you pick that phone up. Stop your nonsense. Your whole world could be better with that one person. These are the things that he was talking about in that interview. Why is it sometimes men, I'm saying it because of this, men see it after it's gone. Oh, they can see it clearly then. So before the closing of the heart and the soul and the mind is in alignment to just let you go, pick the phone up. Say how wrong you were. Whatever your thing was, whatever it was, however you got off, I don't know what it is, and do it. And you go, oh, but what if she says no? You're without her now anyway. So how much more did you? Oh, because the more sting, you caused the sting. There's nothing you can say that will give a different derivative by which you did the deed to begin with, is what I'm saying. So there's nothing to lose and everything to gain, or every pain to pass. But this is how you do that. And I'll end by saying this. Now, I know I know that it is a spiritual, not religious. It's a spiritual energy that I would say. These are my words. That's what I would call it. That's what I would call it. Some would call it you reap what you sow and all this. Some would call it karma and all this. But there is a spiritual energy that wants everything done that should have been done and done correctly and suited well and accepted and surpassed and offered for that person. And you still it up. It's no longer about the person taking you back. It's whether or not the universe will allow it. Because now the universe is saying, it closed on you. So now you're under mercy if you get that far. Now you're under mercy that the timing would be right. They haven't met someone else. They haven't gone on. They haven't closed their mind, heart, and soul to you. You're under all of that when you had them right in your head. See, this is the nonsense I'm talking about. You had them right in your hand. You had them like a pearl, like a pearl, like a diamond, like the best gem you ever had. And I don't want to hurt anyone, but the reality to the spiritual energy, if you were ever so blessed to find a person in the first place and you lost them by the deeds and the actions that you took, few will ever get over that. Just like Ray J said, you're your problem. So fix it or live with it, because those are the only two options. And though I said that, I still love you anyway. Okay? Click like and subscribe if you've gotten this far. Please make a positive comment, click like, subscribe, and I love you. Take care. Bye.